All right, so today is May 11th, and and we're at the Janus community call. So welcome everybody. And the last time we had a call was 2 weeks ago. I've added the agenda to the chat. Right now, I think the two items that we have there are just around looking at what's new in the showcase, as well as what's kind of in progress or coming up that you might want to hear about or share with people in the community. Feel free to add anything else to the agenda as well. So I don't know, Christopher, do you want to do the demo of what's new in the showcase, or is somebody else going to be doing that?
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Awesome.
Just show my screen. Okay, so we added lots of plugins to the showcase. So now we have the Jira plugin, the Jenkins plugin, the Azure DevOps, also integration with GitLab. So if you're not using GitHub, then you should be able to use the showcase with GitLab and Azure DevOps. Also, we added the Tecton plugin. So you should see some data here with the pipeline. So if it's failing, if it's a success, and what else do we do? I think it's on this one there. We can see the the visualization is not there, so we don't have the data for that. We added also an example for the API. So if you go here, that will give you an idea of what it looks like. So that's using the Open API definition and with kind of a Swagger style UI. So then you will be able to quickly see your APIs and see like the documentation for it. So we have an example here in the showcase. I think that's it for the major updates.
I don't know if did you mention the font? I don't know if you did.
No, I did not.
Super minor, but
yeah, no, we also updated the font for the Red Hat font in the showcase. So it's pretty subtle, like change, but yeah, that looks a bit nicer. So.
Awesome, thank you. I'm not sure. I wonder, Tom, you have made some changes to the Helm chart that's in the Janus community, right?
Yes. And
would you mind chatting about that?
I don't mind at all. I'm gonna screen share. So we have made a lot of changes recently to our backstage chart in Janus as well as in upstream to make the chart work securely, work with all the proper schemas and whatnot. So right now we have JSON schemas for both the downstream chart as well as the upstream chart. So in backstage/charts, we also have a proper schema here, which was very extensive to write, but because all of this needs to be written manually, but we have it there. We have it available. It works properly. So Helm would allow you to use illegal values and whatnot. And I've also worked to get our chart published to Artifact Hub, the same chart or the same publishing steps I did for the upstream chart. So both of those charts are now published to Artifact Hub. Right now, I'm playing and working on getting this checkmark and this checkmark lit up. So we're a verified publisher, and the chart is also official. We have a nice signed button badge lit up that were signed with cosign. So all of this works nicely and will work even better. in the future. And we are in a process of applying for this chart to be packaged with Helm registry, Helm repository catalog in OpenShift. We finally got a first PR of 2 merged. So the next PR that will go in with will be the chart itself. I'm also in the meantime working on this PR where we have it. Okay, let's go to pull requests. That is implementing what we want this chart to look in the future, which means instead of using a blank backstage image that really does not much, we will default to using the showcase image. We will default to deploying Postgres database and have everything set up. So that also involves having a proper CI/CD around this and chart testing around Postgres, around ingresses and routes and whatnot. So I'm trying to look into what needs to be done there to make that happen for our chart, to have everything done safely and properly. What do you think?
Thanks for sharing that. Awesome. Anybody else have comments for Tom first? No? Okay. Anybody else have anything that they want to share around maybe things they're looking into or something you've tried that we've just created? Trying to see here too if we have anybody from the hack team, because I know they recently did that internal registry plugin, but I don't see anybody here.
I can.
Tom, you know something about it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull a couple of links. So we did a spike, an experimentation, a POC on a plugin that allows you to explore OpenShift image registry. I'm gonna help myself with a couple of PRs here. No, this is Tecton. With this one, I think it just got merged. Yes. So here you can see how it basically looks like. It's. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Good. So it's a plugin that allows you to explore OpenShift image registry, which basically translates to pulling image streams into your Backstage UI and being able to search them, find a proper builder image or whatever you are interested in, and so on and so on. So it gives you a list of tags. It gives you description and the name of the image stream right in the Backstage UI. So that's the exploratory work for that particle plugin.
Yeah, and I'm not sure in that video, I don't think it's in that video, but if you click on the tile, if I remember right, on the right-hand side, it gives you a copy buffer that shows you the Docker pull command, maybe, for that image. And I've also been talking to people from Podman desktop team who are suggesting that maybe we want to even either enhance it or provide an option to show like the Podman equivalent rather than Docker, or allow somebody to choose either or. So that's something interesting I'm going to probably put in the backlog as well. So, all right. Let's see, is there anything I can talk about? Just a couple other small things. We are going to be making some major changes to our community site coming soon, sometime hopefully in the next week, but definitely by the end of the month. And once that is complete, we will then be able to put the Janus plugins in the Backstage IO marketplace. So we will have that done definitely by the end of the month, because right now the only way people know that they're even available is if they know to come to Janus. So they will be put up in the marketplace soon. We just wanted to be able to have them. We wanted to be able to have the tile in the marketplace link off to the community site rather than directly to our README file and the Git repo. So that work is kind of ongoing as well. So hopefully in 2 weeks when we meet again, hopefully we'll be able to share that progress. Go ahead.
I can
heard it.
Yeah, it's from me. I'm Rizin. I can try just a quick update, which is going to be in upstream right now. We are in the process of publishing that. So we have published something called a Matomo plugin, which will help you to pull the website analytics which you have managed with the Matomo instance. So we are trying to publish something like this. Hope you can see my screen. So over here, we are trying to pull the website so basically, when when a catalog belongs to the kind of a website, we'll be trying to integrate the Matomo analytics with the type actually like this. So we are in the process of publishing this in the upstream.
That's awesome. Yeah. Are you thinking of putting that in the Janus repo? Is that what you're?
We are thinking right now.
Or,
we are thinking a place to do that actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you share more, like what's on? So.
Someone may be aware about the Matomo. So basically, Matomo is a platform where we can store analytics like the Google Analytics. It's an open source platform. So with the Matomo platform, we are able to store this analytics. We can compare the data. We can compare the visits over time, the average time on the site, bounce rate, actions, visits. So there are many data we are populating in the Matomo tool. So for example, from the customer point of view, if they want to see that, okay, what is my analytics? I can just simply go to the Matomo to see that. So instead of that, we can bring the same to the Backstage and say that, okay, as a quick overview, okay, this is what is happening to your site. You can give this message to them.
Very nice. Nice. And are you guys using that in your instance in, because I know you're the EX team at Red Hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are using
we are going to use this in our plugin after publishing.
Okay. Awesome. Great. Any questions from anybody around that?
I would love to see
great.
that in Janus. I would love to see that being part of the Janus community of plugins.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be sharing an update soon.
So we have another completely different plugin in Works that is trying to pull in analytics from Segment. So this can be a complementary type of like adding to the analytics plugins that we can offer to users.
I don't know if you guys just saw it too. I just added, it looks like there's an issue for this in Backstage proper. So that would be super cool if we were able to put a plugin in Janus community and then we can reference it there as well. So yeah, we'd love to see how we can take advantage of that in Janus.
This is super awesome. This is complete. I wasn't aware about this issue over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I confirm this is done.
Yeah, that's awesome. Exciting. Great. All right. Anybody else have anything to share or questions?
Yeah, I had a question.
I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry, Siri does.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had a question. So this plugin is awesome. In terms of analytics plugins, I know that there's also stuff like Google Analytics and some other open source alternatives like Umami is one. Do we want to see plugins for that stuff as well? Or is this like the main market share of analytics stuff?
Well, I think there is already one existing for Google Analytics.
Okay.
Yeah, Segment. I think some work was done on this, but we're picking it up. We're going to release, I think, a plugin for that. So, I mean, it's lots of different analytic tools on the market, so it's going to be hard to make a plugin for all of them. But why not? Yeah, if we can have a few, that would be nice.
Okay. There's is there a plugin for Sentry?
Actually,
I'm looking right
yes.
now.
Yeah, I am
I
too.
can pitch in.
Yeah.
I can pitch in.
Yeah, there
So
is.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah.
I can pitch in our
That's
team.
actually a backstage one.
Yes,
Yeah.
in our team, we have gone for that also. So that was in our pipeline. So we have explored a bit for the Sentry for a custom plugins, but the architecture for the Sentry is a bit different actually, rather than compared with other. So it is doable only, but at the same time, it needs some different approach also in the terms of architecture. It is doable only. We have been through that pipeline.
Is it because it's based on open telemetry?
Not exactly.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not aware about that. I need to check with the person who worked on this right now.
All right. Well, is it an ongoing issue for you all, or is it already solved by the upstream plugin?
Not sure actually.
Okay.
Maybe I'll answer you after some time.
All right. Well, great work, Regin.
Not me, my team.
Awesome to see. All right. Anything else from anybody? No. Pancho, do you have anything exciting you're working on your side? Anything new that you're thinking of doing from a plugin standpoint?
Yes, we have on the backlog the creating the X-ray part of the JFrog plugin. I think we are going to have like in 2 weeks the learning paths plugin. That's something that we are working.
Oh, nice. Love to see that. I don't know. Christoph, did you show that when you did the demo? Those are just OpenShift learning paths, but
No, I didn't show that.
so what the feedback that I have been getting when I have been sharing some of this with, let's see if I go here, I'm in the right spot. So right now, this is pretty cool. This is exposing OpenShift learning paths. So these are all the things that are in developers.redhat.com. So if there's somebody who's new on OpenShift, they can come in here and be able to access these, and brings up the learning path in a new tab. So beauty of this is like no developers would even probably know that this stuff exists. So it's a great way for discoverability of that. But as I have been showing this to users, et cetera, they've been asking if there is a way for us to expand this to be extensible, so people could put whatever they want into the learning path, into these learning paths, so something more extensible. So it'll be interesting, Pancho, to see or hear a little bit more about your plans when you get that detail.
Yes, actually, the person that who just joined the meeting
Mhm.
is the one I am working with.
Ah.
Yes, we have half of the work done yet now, but we hope to have that something to show like functional like in 2 weeks.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great. Looking forward to seeing that. Anybody else starting something maybe that they want to share? I think, is Ryan still on the call? I know you were on PTO, but I didn't know, Ryan, if you had any updates on the Ansible, or if you've heard anything from people that you had shared that with that you might want to talk about.
Yeah, no updates from my side. I've just been trying to wrap up a few things for the code that will go into the product, just to make sure that it's all available when it releases.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right.
something that happens, and I want to thanks to Tom because he did all the work on the dependencies pull request. I know that was a hard one, and the plugins are working fine after that. I test the 3-scale plugin with on the customer and with other people, and they are working fine. So thanks for that.
Thank you. And just to piggyback on that, we are looking or exploring ways how to simplify the development experience on the plugins repository side. So together with Olay and I think also who's involved, Patrick, I think. We're looking into how to get, like, how to remove the packages folder completely from the repository and make the dev environment more streamlined and less pain to maintain the dependencies and everything. So the only thing that is kept in those in the monorepo is basically just those individual plugin dependencies and whatnot. So this is actually a pretty big pain point for us right now to maintain the repo at its current state, and we're looking to address that in upcoming weeks.
Nice, thanks.
Christoph, do you want to talk a little bit about, I know you were working on or will be working on the rebranding piece. Do you want to just give some quick highlight of what that plan is to share with people?
Yeah, so we want to provide a way that anybody who will use the showcase can rebrand, change the primary color, change the logo, or even the font of their instance, so they can customize for their own company if they want to. Yeah, we're currently working on this. We have an easier way to do that. So that should be available probably in the next 2-3 weeks. Actually, the work is not really that hard to do. It just we have a lot on the roadmap. So
yeah, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I guess that's it for today. So thanks everybody for joining us. I know in 2 weeks, we will still have a community call. There's a number of us that are going to probably be at a Red Hat customer conference. So we will still join, but I think we'll still join. I'm assuming we're still going to join. So if anything changes, we will let everybody know, but the plan is to still have it 2 weeks from today. So thanks to everybody and look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks all. See you.